All right, hello guys, here we are, hole 8. Gonna get underway here. So what we are going to try to focus on doing here is a little bit, I'm actually going to try to play this fairway this time. So I'm thinking maybe somewhere around here. And the key is going to be how much overpower, because you can see it kind of dictates how much you'll be up on this cliff edge, which kind of dictates how short the ball will land. So what I'm going to do, you can see with where I'm aimed, you can see with what my spin looks like, something along this. And I'm going to just go into some overpower now, thinking maybe somewhere around here. Did catch a great ball, but let's see. Let's see if that's okay. No, it's not. I'm going to need just a little bit more overpower than that. So you can see not quite enough. I may, especially on that small wind, need to go almost full. Keep in mind that the ball's landing shorter because I'm kind of aimed down in the cliff. So just a little bit more on the overpower is going to really change things significantly, because it's going to arrest you. The more overpower you go, the higher up on ground it registers, which makes the wind, carry it farther and keep it from, so you kind of have two things happening. Is the wind will carry it farther, plus you'll be higher up on the cliff, so it'll kind of double. It'll increment much faster. So those subtle differences that you use are going to be much more, and that's a good looking ball, just a little bit too much. So that is essentially what you're trying to do. You can see opponent did it with a Titan. That's another thing that I can do to get the wind up just a little bit more, which would make my shot just a little bit easier. If I would have had a higher wind, for example, I could have maybe almost did exactly what my opponent did and maybe just used just a tad more power than I just did there, but the extra wind would have brought it farther. With that being said, though, you can see, I'm just going to be kind of right in here. And if I can get my perfect ball, there's a good chance that I still get eagles. So just one of those things that you really need to just master the timing with the great ball. Whew. So you may even find some luck every once in a while, because, basically with a great ball, assume that it just kind of hit off the side of the hill at kind of just perfect and it still went straight, essentially, because it just landed just a little bit more left and essentially kicked more towards the right. So more so than anything, that's just a lucky break. But again, from time to time, that'll happen, especially if you do kind of leave your guide kind of close to ridges. Sometimes when you end up hitting it higher up on the hill, it just kind of breaks farther down. So, do keep that in mind. I was very close to this ridge edge and I hit to the left of it and it just kind of funneled down just a little bit more. So I'll tend to do that whenever ridges are involved. And, from time to time, you may get lucky like I just did there. So as you can see, a good opportunity. Most guys are, come weekend time are going to have that dialed in. So that's what you want to work on in these next couple of days, is just getting dialed in to where you can repeat something on that hole, because it's going to be very tough. The more times, the more guys who get more attempts at that, if they have 20 looks at it, they're going to have a distinct advantage over you, because they're going to know those subtle differences. So these guys that are playing 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts are going to have a very good advantage over you. So if you're only playing a couple, you really need to make sure that you don't qualify until Wednesday, because you really need to see this course as many times as you can to be able to compete with those other guys. So keep that in mind. And that hole specifically is really going to be where those guys with the more playthroughs just have that much more experience to get that perfect each and every time. So, and, good luck there, guys. And I will see you guys on 9 to complete this guide.